All right. Get out of
You're
here.
gonna be able to. Yeah. All right.
Pretty nice house. Not bad, right?
Yeah. No, this is pretty good. This is nice. You know.
You gonna fucking hit me over the head with that?
Nope. I answered the job, and I can't seem to. You know, I'm really attached to it now.
Well, you know, maybe you should, you know, think about clearing props some more often.
How would I do that? Look at this. Huh? Look at that, Nino. Huh? Look at that. Perfect disguise. You see that? People are like, oh, I'm just gonna winch, and then wham,
I see it.
stab. Can you see it? Can you see it? You see my hand?
I see it. Yeah, you got like a knife and a fucking
Yeah.
wench.
Perfect hiding spot. You see that? Nobody's gonna know. See, look, I stand like this. I'm just
Oh,
winching, you know?
yeah.
I'm just winching.
What's going on, Malachi?
What's up,
Then comes.
Nino?
Oh, yep.
Not too much.
Nice spot, man.
Yeah, I
This is-
kind
this
of we
is
just
your
happened
future
upon
house?
it. It's not bad, you know. Like some of these houses, they kind of look shit, like from the front, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, like, you know,
This
you go
one
check it
has-
out and it's nice.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
So, Malachi, what you hear here, try to keep it to yourself.
Yeah, 100%. Bro.
It's not anything too crazy, but it's a deal. Tow Union, ass. Mosley's,
What union? What union?
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's
yeah,
right.
exactly. And then Mosley's, right? I like some of the people there. Mary, I fuck with her. Dundee, fuck with her. Fucking, what's her name? Other lady that works there whose name is escaping me, Dahlia. I fuck with her. Some of the other guys who work there, fuck with her. But 90% fucking trash. Why? They're scamming motherfuckers. They're
Yep.
making repair people look bad.
Yep.
It's flooded with people going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Just trying to like become a mechanic so they can fix their car and their friend's car.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Now, I didn't originally plan to do this, but as my contacts have slowly increased, my business, I'm getting more business than I can do myself. In other words, like, there's enough work, enough people that are coming to me directly to get work done on their car, whether it's cosmetics, whether it's, you know, their personal repairs, whether it's getting a tow. And I'm talking about customers that like are willing to pay a good price, while at the same time, you know, they're not looking to just like, you know, they're not looking for machines, right? Another cog in some kind of wheel where they slap something down. So I'm planning on doing the following. I'm going to be starting. I don't know necessarily whether it's going to be a company per se, right? Where there's like a joint pool of money and, you know, blah, 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 blah. But I'm kind of thinking like a AAA service. Y'all know what AAA is?
Yeah, like roadside assistance type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But doing it right. Right?
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of shops popping up. I know like Auto Exotic just popped up on the Elgin. You got the Popular Motorworks. You got Mosley's. So everybody's trying to find a home that's actually, you know, does what they say they want to do, you know. Plus having retention, having a rapport with customers is huge. It seems like you've already started that, so.
yes. In fact, I'm the main contact for Group 6. So I already am a
shit.
very big contract holder. And I've had a lot of police do the same. It's, you know, I can get out there and get those kind of sales. That's, John, those calls that I sent your way, it was for a reason. Now, I'm going to paint the picture here, right? A lot of these garages have sprays on them. Nothing more, nothing less. Just straight up. Nothing more, nothing less. Ain't nobody working there. It's just someone with a dream without the people. I don't even necessarily believe that what we do, what this thing can be, necessarily needs like a location. I think that's a limiting factor. I think it's unnecessary. All it needs is very few mechanics and very few tow drivers, and ideally those that are willing to at least somewhat overlap, right?
Is he sounding a bit robotic to you, or is that just me?
Yeah. You know, probably
What,
take that pill real quick.
Yeah. So anybody got?
All right. Am I good? Hello? Is that better?
Yeah, we're good now.
There we go. All right.
All right.
Let's get back under the roof here.
There we go.
So what I'm looking for is a very a small black book of customers and a small black book of towers and mechanics. And the idea being, you search up that company. Any one of those individuals can come down and assist you. If someone is not available, someone redirects. 90% of the money goes back into the pocket of the individual. And the value that that individual is getting is a couple fold. One, more consistent repairs. Number two, quality customers. And number three, a lot more freedom. And what I mean by that is you don't got to get locked up in a shop. There is no we need to be open 24/7. It's that you see, you know, the contracts are out there, so the customer knows that if they search something on the yellow page and they get that person, they're going to get a good service. And that inherently builds good, consistent customer base. Like myself, I am literally getting more phone calls than I can handle myself.
Damn.
So
you got
the
a
formula
good
has been
problem.
working. It's a good problem, exactly. And I could sit there and just eat by myself and deny people, but instead, I think that philosophy can be brought down to those that are interested, right? Like even for myself, I only do like mechanic tow shit for like maybe 4 hours a day. That's all that's needed, you know?
Yeah.
But the reason I want to talk to you, John, is that I want you to be a part of it. And help me source some of these individuals.
What? Okay, let me ask you this then. You know, with this, you know, for this endeavor, would you want every, let's say, you know, person on the squad or on the team or whatever, to, you know, essentially have the skill set that you do?
They can, but it is not necessary. So let's say you are strictly tow.
Uh-huh.
That's your specialty, right?
Yeah.
So if they call you, you can just be like, all right, like for example, let's say we're just called AAA. Pop AAA in, you look at it, oh wait, you know, look, I can do tow. I can bring you to a shop. Let me see if one of our mechanics is around. Oh, boom, we got a mechanic. All right, listen, let me get in contact with you and let's get you, I'll pick you up and bring you to him.
Perfect. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Premium service, like that red carpet sense.
Precisely. You're not tied down. You have access to our marketing, and we run it out of wherever we need to be. Because, and here's the beauty of it, right? We don't need a shop. There can be like 10 places that there's not going to be 10 mechanic shops. Most of these are going to be fucking like empty as shit, right? And there's always a mechanic shop around the corner where a vehicle can be worked out of. Now, my biggest thing here, and this is the big thing, it's about the quality people, quality customers, and the luxury of like no middle management. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there is no grand aspiration of like this is gonna become like some kind of like tow mafia or some shit, right? Which I've already seen, like trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't need to corner no market. We ain't taking over the city. This is just something that is just absolutely respectable, and people want to get their service from us because the quality we're bringing is we're not just another Amazon robot.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm just open the shop and twat out, you know, cheap. It's cheap. Because the thing is, bro, people will spend more money if the customer service and the people there, you have a better rapport and can hold, you know, make them feel peace of mind. That goes so long, like so far. People don't get that. People think it's all about money. It's not, to be honest with you.
no, it's not.
It's the product you sell, you know? It's the people. That's
exactly it. I want, I don't want any zombies, like people that are zombies that go to the guy, you know, they're like, okay, it's going to be $200, blah, 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 blah. All right, later.
Yeah.
And then they're like zipping to a fucking grime job. No. They're there because they're gonna go and help that person. Like actually go out and say, look over the pots, give them a good estimate, and I do want like minimum like evaluation and training for anyone that is brought in. Like they would need to be shadowed, right? I don't want any, not even like forget the word like grinder, right? I don't want anyone who's like not. Just don't sign in. You know what I mean? Just take your ad off. And when you're up, you're up. It's really that easy.
Don't put the shit up. If you're doing 20 other things, don't have it up just because you want that piece of the pie too. If you can't put time into it and do it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you could have it up. Like, I'll have it up. But like, for example, that's when you go and say like, I'm unavailable right now. And customers are going to understand that. We're not always going to be available.
Right.
But you're going to want us to be, right? We don't need that 100% uptime. Now, there's other pieces of this puzzle that I won't crack at this time. You know, things like how do we reduce costs of repairs? You know, blah, 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 blah. Those are things that can come in time. That's something that can be figured out down the line. Because, I mean, just putting this out there, I know how to make things that no one else can.
Damn, okay.
And but that shit is a problem for another day. And I want you to think about this, John. And like I said, I want you to be a part of it. I think you know tow very well. That is your passion. And I want to make it very clear too, this is not something where I'm asking anyone, and I include myself, that this would be something that you need to feel like it's like this is the thing you're going to work for, like you're like a manager at a shop. No, this is just for everyone. It can be your main gig, it could be your secondary gig. I don't give a fuck. I ain't trying to run tow mechanic for the rest of my fucking life, but for now, at least a good structure in place, good service. Like I said, AAA. Anyways. All right.
Yeah, Nino's basically saying it's not quantity, it's about quality.
That's exactly it.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm all for it. It's I'm mainly just I'm taking my own advice, and I'm listening more than I want to hear. I want to be respectable of your of what you're trying to do here, and just kind of hear you all out before I start.
Yeah.
Thinking of questions or like you said, this and that. And I think, but the way that you kind of seem to be talking about this, I think it's more about like, let's just do this thing, and then we'll deal with the questions and things as they come up as
Yes.
well. Yeah.
Like, I mean, sales are easy. Getting customers are easy. It's just having the right people. That's the only thing that really matters, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, really, I don't think it's even that difficult if you think about. I mean, most of the time, people just don't want to be jerked around, and they want somebody that can hold a conversation for a few minutes.
That's it. That's all it is. That is exactly all it is. Like, don't need a ton of, like, we might have like a price list or a guidance, something like that. Just no scumbags, that's it.
Yeah, that's definitely, I think, would be good. Something to keep us consistent.
Also no criminals. Clean record. I think anyone who gets the record dirty, it would have to be suspension pending review. As our clientele is, I'm already very in with the Group 6 guys, and I want to continue that quality. We will work with the police if necessary. You get stabbed up, like, you know what I mean? Like, someone does some shit, you're going to call 911 if you need to. You don't have to go overboard with it, right? But, you
got to put forth the effort. You got to be a snitch, but you got to at least,
You got to be smart about it, right? This is a clean business, right? I understand everyone's gonna have their activities. Just don't get fucking caught, and don't do it like even if you're doing it independently, right? And this is the beauty of it, right? This is like an independent sort of thing. Is that even if you're like working for, let's just call it AAA for now, right? Obviously, it can't be called AAA, but you're working as like a contractor. Everyone's effectively a contractor, and that way, like, there's little to no liability, right? So if, like, John, tomorrow someone pisses you the fuck off, you know that you can blast them in the head, and you might get suspended, right, from AAA, let's call it, but you're not worrying about it. You kind of get where I'm going with this, the line I'm trying to draw you.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's kind of needed, especially if we are going to work with, like you said, right? You want to have it open to cops and maybe EMS or all these other government entities. I understand.
All right.
Okay. So what about right now, Nino? What do you need from us right now?
Interest. Malachi, I know we have to discuss other things. This is primarily for John. However, the invitation is open to you if you are interested. But I'll have you think on it. I don't know if you're a tow guy or a mechanic.
I back in the day, years ago, it used to be a big thing of mine. So I'll definitely think about it, and I most likely will take you up on it, as a side thing, because I love vehicles. I love talking to people. Love, sales.
Good shit.
Like that. It's right up my alley. So
Yeah.
pretty reputable with Towington over there. So
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out too around the lot, for anybody that I feel like at least has potential. Then I'll ride with them, vet them. We'll see where it goes from there. But
shit.
We don't need to jump the gun too much.
That's exactly it. Like I said, it's a black book of customers and a black book of employees. Like, I don't even think the roster needs to be more than like 6-8, right?
Okay.
Like, covered, like, we don't need full-time coverage. We don't need, I don't want any alphas necessarily, right? Like high octane, high maintenance bullshit. But we don't want any betas either. We don't want any betas either. Well, you're not like high. You're like, you could be an alpha, but not like a fucking like, hey, we need to do this. We need to do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep this shit pretty chill, you know?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. All right. Okay, fantastic.
I'll try to rein it in. Yeah.
All right, easy. Yeah, I need you to rein it in just a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'll try.
Yeah, John, please calm down, man. You just
Yeah, I'll save that
crazy.
for the bedroom. As you guys know, I have a lot of sex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, so who's that way you've been gone the last couple days?
Yeah, who's the lucky
Yeah,
individual?
I was not only at StabCon, I also went to SexCon. It was kind of like a twofer. Yeah, right next door to each other. That was kind of weird, but you know.
You bring any gifts home with you, or did you leave it, at the
The
con?
hell, Malachi? I'm not gonna. What? What am I gonna bring you back from SexCon?
I said gifts for yourself, like in STDs or anything. I'm just checking, but make sure you.
No, you know this. What happens at SexCon stays at SexCon, Malachi.
Okay. I hope you had a good time, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like we're diverting a little bit from the, the conversation that we're gonna.
No, it's fine. I mean, there wasn't really much more than that. This is not me saying like I think I'm ready for this because the more, you know what did it for me?
What was that?
This is gonna sound crazy, all right? 2 days ago, 3 days ago now. I think it was like, whatever. I get a phone call. This guy, Turkish guy, he does wood cutting, right? And he's like, hey, can you come? I'll tow my car, I'll take a look at it, right? He doesn't know much about the vehicles, all that. So I go on by. I'm driving. And I see this dumb motherfucker running in the middle of the highway, Great Ocean. And he's screaming, hey, I need a pickup. I need a pickup. And guys like trying to get into my truck while in the middle of the highway. Vehicles are passing all this. I'm like, what the fuck is this crackhead doing? And I'm like yelling. I'm like, hey, I got a customer right now. I ain't got time for this shit. Right? Like, I don't know like who you are. Like, and he's like, oh, and he's like, oh, I'm that guy's friend. I didn't really believe him, but I arrive at the customer.
That's a bit fishy.
It's already a bit fishy. And when I get there, I'm like, hey, this guy said, he's like, I'm like, this guy said he's your friend. He's like, no, he told me that he knew you. And he's like, listen, now I'm there trying to evaluate my customer's vehicle. And this guy's like, I need to go to Mosley's right now. It's a life or death situation. Comes over with the worst, like, dog shit excuse for why he needs to be at Mosley's immediately. He's like, yo, Armageddon and national security, some shit like that. But obviously it was crazy, but it also wasn't funny either. It was just cringe. But
yeah, Jesus.
At this point, he's giving out vibes of like someone who's going to do something dumb, right? Like he's already given off these like crazy vibes. Eventually, he's like trying to get under the guy's car, all this kind of shit. And I'm like, fuck off his vehicle. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, not only is it my customer, but like, that's just fucked up. Like, regardless of if he was my customer or not. So eventually, I end up pulling a knife on him, right?
Hey, there you go. Attaboy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And like I told him, I need you to move. I got the guy to like leave, right? Run down like quarter of a mile away, right? Because the thing is, it had gotten to the point where I didn't know if this guy was gonna, do something wild, like hurt the customer, lose his mind, whatever. It was starting to get very, the situation was starting to get pretty dire. Now, he goes down quarter mile, whatever. I get on my truck. I wench it up. And as I'm wenching it, this guy comes out of the left, like out of nowhere, jumps on the truck and goes, you got me fucked up, and stabs me and then runs off.
Oh, this guy. He waited until you were winching.
Yeah.
That's a coward's play.
Coward's play.
That's fucked up. Jesus.
Yeah. Come on.
And
yeah, Nino, if that was me, I would have used my CQC on him the moment he started acting suspicious. Would have disabled him from his elbows, would have dropped him down, put the knee on the neck, and I would have called the law enforcement, just it's my bounty hunting days. You know, you just kind of, you know, it's just I can't mess with that, Nino. I got a
Damn,
keen
okay.
sense for these things, you know.
So what happened was, like, what then transpired is a 2-hour ordeal with this woodcutter guys on my back. I had another customer too. I had him take my truck to take me to the hospital while we picked up this AI bot to get her to the hospital, right? And it was a 2-hour ordeal, but it turns out that, you know what had happened? Do you know about these Mosley jobs that Mosley
Yeah, you
gives
talking
out?
about the like basically pimp my ride, like, you know, Weagle boosting in a sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So, and he ends up doing is that he goes and he was actually dropping it off solo, because I know that spot, right? I've worked those. That's, you know,
Oh yeah.
is that he had just dropped one off and he wanted to quickly get the Mosleys to do another one. It clicked. And that I effectively got stabbed because this motherfucker's like XP per hour was low. Like, there's no other way to put it. And trust me, I got it sorted.
Jesus.
I fucking like gave him an earful. Now, whatever. We're sorted at this point, me and him. But that moment, what it taught me is that woodcutter stuck with me the entire time for 2 hours. Right?
Damn.
Waiting for his car repaired. And the lady that I picked up that also like needed her vehicle done, she also stuck around for an hour.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
All both trying to get their vehicle fixed. Right? 1 second.
Take that from you, Jamal.
Nino.
Hello. I might be in need of assistance with my tow truck. I kind of got stuck.